Hi, I'm Claremont City Manager Darren Gray, and welcome to this edition of Claremont Choice of Champions. We're going to kick things off with a very special feature. The ancestors of this champion date back to 1815, when they were first rounded up from the Egyptian desert. What am I talking about? Are the Al-Mirah Arabian horses. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Mark Miller. I'm owner of Al-Mirah Arabian Horses here in Claremont, Florida. We're happy to be here. We moved here about 2 years ago, and this group of horses that we brought it has been a family together for 200 years, starting in the Arabian Desert and going to England, then to the United States, and this is the third location in the United States for them. So it's an honor to be here in Claremont, and we're happy to bring our champions to the home of champions. I grew up in Maryland and moved down here to go to Rollins College in the mid-60s, and I've loved it down in the Orlando area ever since. I had a horse farm in Gainesville during the 80s, and I closed that down and moved to Orlando to open Arabian Nights dinner attraction, where I wanted to show the public in general the magnificence of this band of horses and all the different things it could do. Of course, we also had another 12 breeds of horses at Arabian Nights, but since all riding horses come from the Arabian historically, I felt like it was just our extended family there. Arabian Nights opened up on February 29th, 1988. We're a leap year baby, and we stayed open for 26 years. We did over 10,000 shows and showed our horses to more than 10 million people. We felt like it was a great run, but it was always a labor of love. It was never that we did a show that was good enough. We always wanted to do something just amazing. And because of the number of shows that we did and the fact that nobody in my family really wanted to carry it forward after me, when my mother passed away a couple years ago, I decided to close Arabian Nights so I could concentrate on making this herd successful for another generation. I'm the sixth person in the third family to have this in the last 200 years. And I take my stewardship of this herd very seriously. My mother's name was Basie Tankersley. I won't tell you her first name because she hated it, but she was always known as Basie. She was absolutely a legend in the equine world. She was originally from Chicago. Our family had a newspaper in Chicago, Chicago Tribune, and her maiden name was McCormick, and it's a pretty big name in Chicago. And she came from a hugely political family. My grandfather was a U.S. Senator. My grandmother was the first woman ever elected statewide to Congress of the United States. You know, she came from this heritage of politics and power and all this kind of thing, but she always loved horses. I mean, it was just something where the bug bit her. And so while she had all these other things to do in her life, the one thing that was true to her life was her love of horses, and that was her recreation, and it was her passion. But these horses are my family. You know, they've actually been in my family longer than I have. The farm started in 1942. I wasn't born until 1947. And so their heritage is more associated with my mother than I am. I mean, longer associated than I am. And while I've been active as a breeder for a long time, I believe my mother was the best breeder of horses, not just Arabian horses, in the world for probably 50 years, maybe more. By the mid-50s, she was the best horse breeder there was. And that lasted until the day she died. The number of amazing things she accomplished with our herd is unparalleled in equine history, as far as I'm concerned. And she started to teach me what to do with this herd when I was 10 years old. The whole history of these horses is just incredible. We finished up the year winning 13 national championships in Idaho at the Sport Horse Nationals. The next day, they had a 100-mile endurance race, and we won that. that was as important as the other 13 combined, because these are desert horses. The Bedouins used to go 100 miles on these horses and then go to war after 100 miles. They are amazing athletes, and we never want to lose that. That's part of our core, that we make these just phenomenal athletes. And what's really cool is we can do that and they're still drop dead gorgeous. You can train them because they're smart and they're willing and they want to be your partner. And those are the 3 parts of an Almara Arabian horse. They gotta be strong, they gotta be beautiful, and they gotta love you. We're here, we're a resource, and if you wanna come see us, because there is no prettier place to spend an afternoon than at this farm, and there's no admission to do it, so come see us.
We are proud to be the home of these legendary Arabian horses. If you'd like more information or would like to meet these horses up close, call 407-301-0800 or go to the website listed